hour, biatches. That's right, Accept Udetsky here, supporting the NYCLU, the New York Civil Liberties Union. Sitting here with Celia Keenan-Bolger. You can tell by her hyphenated name, she's a feminist! And by the way, she's actually married to John Ellison Connolly, so your name is, wait, it's
It would be bad. It would be bad.
Let me hear it all.
Celia Elizabeth Keenan-Bolger Ellison Conley. That could be.
Now, why did you decide to just keep the Keenan-Bolger? Oh, well, why did you not make it like at least ow?
Because I thought maybe I could choose like one parent's name and do like Keenan Conley or Conley Bolger. But then the whole point of my parents giving me both names was to have both names.
But now what about your kids?
Well, I think they'll just have Conley because that's getting crazy.
So I guess you're not such a feminist. Now, why do you support the NYCLU, dear?
Oh my gosh, for so many reasons. I feel like the most recent reason has a lot to do with marriage equality, for which they were fighting the fight for way before a lot of the more mainstream people got on board. And this particular concert benefits a lot of the youth programs, which has to do with military recruitment in schools and like overbullying of low-income kids. And I think they have a health initiative for teens that helps kids or teenagers get reproductive health care and aid for whatever sexual relations they're having, and education, which I feel like is a huge, important part of being a young person and having accessibility to that.
Have the knowledge and you make the choice.
That's right.
Now then, Celia, you rose to fame in Spelling Bee. However, you sang a lyric that gave me a headache. And it was like something Nietzsche, who's the grandfather of Christina Ricci. And I remember like hearing it be like, is that supposed to be true? But it's like before I Google on my iPhone, so I'm like, I can't even look up if it's true. Wait, what? What's supposed to be true? Oh my God.
Just the rhyme. Only the rhyme is true.
It was a rhyme for the joke.
Mm-hmm. For a very clever wordsmith of a young person.
Okay. I don't know if it quite worked.
Where she knows who Nietzsche is and Christina Ricci.
Was that your subtext here? Okay, did it ever get a LARF?
It did the entire off-Broadway run.
Oh.
And then we got to Broadway, and James was like, it was funnier how you used to do it. And I was like, I know, but I don't know what I was doing. And then the laugh sort of went away. And then I added a laugh after it. Then the laugh would get the
that old desperateness. Then you added a wink and a pagank gunk.
Yep, dun.
Pagank gunk. Okay, then you did Les Mis on Broadway. Now that didn't get any laughs here.
Nope.
That was a sad part.
Not much. Nope.
It was a sad, sad part.
That is correct.
Was it your dream role, Eponine?
Of course.
Mine
I remember.
too.
I mean, of course.
I know. Me and that now.
I remember even when I went to audition for it, I was like, if the 10-year-old version of myself knew that I was going to audition for Eponine on Broadway, she would have peed.
A breakdown.
Yeah.
And then you got it.
Yeah.
Was it as much fun doing it as you always thought it was going to be?
Yes, more. That show is incredible and really, really fun. And our cast happened to be fun and brave and super talented, and so it was an amazing experience.
Go back to Spelling Bee and Christina Ricci. You would always bring up people from the audience, and then they'd always get to a point in the show where they had to be kicked off the stage, right? Mm-hmm. Because there'd be like real people from the audience spelling in the actual Spelling Bee, but there'd become a point of the show where it would have to get hard enough where we could finally get rid of the audience.
And what would usually happen is people would see the show, and what we would do intentionally is we would make, I'm giving away the secrets of the Spelling Bee, but
show closed here.
So if you catch it in Appleton, Wisconsin, this is what's happening. That there's a sort of fake word that however the person spelled it, we would say was right. So then the audience would be like, oh my God, this person is a genius, which would make them all feel like, oh, this person is duping the show, which of course was not true because we did it every night. And then we would give them lysergic acid diethylamide or some other hard word. And then they would always get out on that. So all the time people would come up to me and be like, oh my gosh, you know, the night I saw it, a guy, they couldn't get him out. And we were like, that happened every night. Unless it was somebody who was really obnoxious, and then we would just get them out quickly.
You really would make a choice?
Of course. You can bring down our whole Broadway show.
Secrets of Selling. Did anyone last way too long?
Mm-hmm. The only person that it ever happened to, there was a little boy, his name was Samir Patel, And we were warned before that he had competed in spelling bees.
How old was he?
Like 10.
Wow.
And way more adorable than the 25-year-old wearing overalls and braids.
A sports bra. Yeah.
And he got up there and he spelled, there was one word, Wabayan, that it was like the hardest word that nobody had ever spelled right. And he was like, oh, yeah, Wabayan, yeah. E, and we were like, so then they just like opened the dictionary and were like, glingumlong, like some terrible word. And he was like, language of origin, please. He kept asking for the language of origin.
Come on.
But then, of course, when he got off, the audience was like, nah, I could give or take the rest of this show. We want Samir back. So that was...
And this show promptly closed. Okay, so since there was no recording of Les Mis, I thought we'd do a little on my own for those of you that missed it, and there was no actual recording of it. So this is Celia recreating her Eponine. Hopefully the 10-year-old Celia is watching right now.
Yes, truncated. And I know it's only in my mind that I'm talking to myself and not to him. And although I know that he is blind, still I say there's a way for us. I love him, but when the night is over, he is gone. The river's just a river. Without him, the world around me changes. The trees are bare and everywhere the streets are full of strangers. I love him, but every day I'm learning. All my life I've only been pretending. Without me, his world will go on turning. A world that's full of happiness that I have never known. I love him. I love him. I love him. But only if I'm the grandfather of Christina Ricci.
Audience. Bye-bye.